give. All right. So the principle is minimalism, right? The idea here is just provide the least amount of information, make it as simple as possible that like my mom would be able to do it. That's at least that's the goal that we're trying to go for. So yeah, this is the UI right now. And like everyone says, there's the light mode, which I don't really like because too bright for me, and the dark mode. So we'll go ahead with dark mode then. Okay, so we also added a chain where you could change the chain as well whenever you want, which is quite nice. And you could also change your time zone. So for example, I'm currently here, and then you can change to UTC, or if you're a crazy programmer, you could go for Unix. So here, so how does it start? It's very simple. You choose which token you want to lend and borrow. For example, here, let's say I want to lend DAI. And then, for example, for collateral, I need to choose another collateral that I want to lock. For example, let's say E. So with this, you now choose a pool that you want to interact with. For example, let's say this is a pool that'll be maturing in 18 hours, or this one will mature in 1 hour. So let's say, let's choose this, for example, okay? So yeah, just like I said, right? You could change it to UTC so that it's consistent to everyone, or you could change it to Unix, which is crazy, but yeah, pretty nice. So amount to lend, just set, let's say how much you want to lend. For example, I want to lend 100. It'll show me the APR, the estimated APR from this, and it'll show you the CDP. The CDP is now in percent, which is quite nice. So generally, you should expect the CDP to be greater than 100%. If it's less than that, be cautioned on making the transaction. Okay, so it'll show you this amount, and this is the amount of insurance that's protecting you. Now you could go for an advanced process in which you could also change the slider as well to change the parameter. You want a higher interest rate but lower insurance, or lower interest rate but higher insurance. So it's really depending on how risky every person wants to make. Oh, by the way, I need to connect the wallet first. Okay, so now I've connected. You could see that my positions are also loaded before. So here's the lend, and for example, I just want to lend 100. This is my interest rate, and this is ETH. I'll just lend. Confirm. The transaction been submitted. You could see that the transaction here, the recent transaction. We're planning to add animation soon, but it should be rotating. Look like this. For some reason, it's taking some time. Yep, now it's loaded, and my position is now added to, this is 12, right? My position is now added to this part. Now, if you want to see your position, you just click on DAI, and it'll show you position. I lend $100 DAI before, so now lending 100 more. Now I have a 200.078 total DAI that I should expect to receive, and there's roughly 0.1 ETH that is protecting me. So in case I don't receive the full amount, this one I would be able to receive some of the ETH. So that's how it works. The nice part here is now you could also change your slippage here, and the transaction deadline. Now you could see here the CDP is actually based. We took prices from an exchange. Again, like I said, right, the smart contract doesn't use any oracles whatsoever. So this percent is just what's the correct word? It's just an extra information on top that you could use. Now, if you don't trust the price from other exchanges, you can always shut it down. And that way you see the actual amount of ETH per DAI that you borrow. And if you don't trust spot price from, let's say, from another exchange, you could just get this and then use your own spot price or your own preference to determine, okay, what is the CDP for that. But for simplicity, you can just turn it on, and CDP will make your life a bit easier, like this. So yeah, that's pretty much on the lend. Now, if you want to see on borrow, this swap button will not be on the mainnet, but will only be showing this in the gamification so that you can swap tokens easily. Okay, so for borrow, it's very simple. DAI, ETH, and then whatever maturity you like to transact with. For example, let's say this one, very high CDP, crazy. Let's say I want to borrow $100. You will see that there's also a total amount of DAI in the pool that you could borrow, just in case. And yeah, similarly, there's an APR, CDP, very, very similar. And from there, you could just borrow. Let's say I want to borrow $100. It's taking some time. Did it open here? Let me try. No. It's weird. Let me try it again. Maybe 50. Oh, okay. That's weird. All right, confirm. Again, it'll show up here. So you'll see. You can clear it all so that if there's too much already. And your positions will show up too. So I made a position here in DAI. I borrowed earlier, but right now I also borrowed again. And if you want to pay, you could just click the tokens that you want to pay. For example, let's say I want to pay both. You could just pay the full amount. You have to pay 100 and you'll be able to withdraw your total collateral like this. But if, for example, you want to pay just a smaller portion of it, let's say I just want to pay, let's say 25 DAI. And this one, let's say I want to pay 30 DAI. No. Let's say I want to pay the full amount, right? I click max full amount, just confirm repay. It's weird. Okay, we have to look into that. All right. So here is the pay transaction. And you should be able to see in your wallet whether you receive your tokens. So yeah, that's how lend and borrow works. Again, this is still in alpha. So we're really excited for you guys to join the gamified testnet 3. And from there, we could learn more about how it works. And the game is to at least incentivize economics to each user. And obviously, if there's any bug that you found, feel free to share it as well. Oh, for here, lend position, there's a pool DAI AVAX that's already matured. It means that I can already withdraw the pool. I should be able to receive 100.13. Now, if you want to see your token, I have 999, 719 here. So if I withdraw, I should be able to receive 100.13. After the pool, the transaction goes through. Sometimes it might be slow. Yep, I received my DAI. Pretty nice. So yeah, that's how the lending and borrowing works. And yeah, we would love to hear feedback from you guys.